let's talk about something that used to be one of the easiest DIY jobs for any car owner, replacing the battery. It seems so simple, right? But with today's cars, the physical swap is, believe it or not, only half the battle.
So, picture this. You've unhooked the terminals, you've wrestled that heavy old battery out, dropped in the shiny new one, and tightened everything back up. Job done, right? Well, for pretty much any car made before the last decade or so, you'd be absolutely correct. But if you're driving a newer car, you might have just missed the single most important step.
So what is this mystery step? It's called battery registration, and it's a crucial procedure that a surprising number of people, even some mechanics, have never even heard of. Think of it as a formal electronic handshake between your new battery and your car's brain.
What it really is a simple programming procedure. You're basically telling the car's computer, hey, listen up. That old, weak battery you've been working so hard to keep alive, it's gone. We've got a brand new 100% healthy power source in here now, so you need to completely change how you're charging it.
And the system at the heart of all this is the Battery Management System, or BMS for short. This thing is like your car's adaptive brain. It's incredibly smart. It doesn't just charge the battery, it monitors its health over years and years and constantly tweaks the alternator's output to perfectly match the battery's declining condition as it ages.
So, you might be wondering, does my car need this? Well, it all started with high-end European makes like BMW and Audi, but now it's everywhere. A really good rule of thumb is this. If your car has that little black box clipped onto the negative battery terminal, that's an intelligent battery sensor. Or if you have that auto start stop feature that shuts the engine off at red lights, then yeah, you almost certainly need to register the battery.
So why is this even a thing? You know, it's kind of ironic. This problem only exists because our cars have gotten so incredibly smart. Let's dig into why this adaptive brain needs to be manually told that you've put in a new battery.
I mean, just think about everything a modern car has to power. We're talking heated seats, massive touchscreens, advanced safety systems, complex engine controls, and of course, that start-stop function. It's a huge electrical demand. And the battery management system is the conductor of this whole orchestra, but it can only do its job if it knows the true condition of its power source.
Here's the key takeaway. Over years, your car's computer has learned the bad habits of your old, dying battery. It knows it has to charge it really aggressively just to keep it alive. And as this BMW tech on Reddit points out, if you don't register the new battery, the computer doesn't know it needs to switch back to a gentle, break-in charging style. It just keeps hammering the new battery with that aggressive charge, which is a recipe for disaster.
Okay, so what actually happens if you just don't do it? You just tighten the terminals and drive off.
Battery registration done. Let's hit the road.
Well, the consequences can be way more serious and a lot more expensive than you might think.
You basically end up in one of two bad situations. Your car is either cooking your brand new battery or it's starving it. If it overcharges, it's pushing way too much voltage into a healthy battery, which can cause it to overheat, vent dangerous gases, or in a worst-case scenario, literally burst. On the flip side, it might undercharge it, leading to something called sulfation, where crystals build up and just completely destroy the battery from the inside.
No matter which way it goes, the result is the same. You are dramatically shortening the life of that battery you just paid good money for. Technicians see it all the time. A brand new battery that isn't registered can fail in as little as 18 to 24 months. That's a tiny fraction of the 5 to 10-year lifespan you should be getting.
And it's not just about the battery. You're opening the door to a whole bunch of weird, frustrating, and even dangerous electrical problems. Your car might go into limp mode, your start-stop feature could quit working, or you could suddenly have a dashboard that lights up like a Christmas tree while your radio and windows refuse to work.
Okay, so that's the problem, and it sounds pretty serious. But here's the good news. Solving it is actually really simple, and it's way more accessible and affordable than it used to be. For a long time, this was something you had to go to the dealership for. And you know what that means? A hefty bill. But that's not the case anymore. A lot of the big national auto parts stores and most good independent shops now have the right tools to do this. Some places will even do it for free if you buy the battery from them.
Battery registration done. Now let's hit the road.
The process itself is surprisingly quick. A tech just plugs a handheld scan tool into that little port under your dashboard, they navigate through a couple of menus to the Register Battery Replacement function, punch in a few details about the new battery, and hit send. Boom! The car's computer is updated and the whole thing takes like 2 minutes.
Now, to make things even more precise, some car makers, especially BMW, require the technician to enter specific, unique codes that are printed right on the new battery's label. This gives the car's computer really detailed info about its new power source.
And this is one of those codes. It's a 12-digit string of letters and numbers called a data code matrix. So before that new battery even goes into the car, the technician will jot this code down so they can enter it into the scan tool.
And hey, if for some reason that long code isn't on the label, there's a plan B. The tech will just use this shorter, 6-digit supplier number, sometimes along with a few numbers stamped right onto the negative battery post to get the exact same registration job done.
So, let's bring this all home. What's the big takeaway here? Why does this one little hidden step in such a common repair job matter so much to you as a car owner?
It really boils down to this. Being a smart car owner these days means knowing that a simple battery swap isn't so simple anymore. It has a final, critical digital step. If your car has a BMS, this is absolutely essential. Skipping it is just asking for expensive trouble down the road. And thankfully, it's not a big, expensive dealership-only thing anymore. So the most important thing you can do is just ask the question, hey, does this new battery need to be registered?
And all of this leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? As our cars become, for all intents and purposes, incredibly complex computers on wheels, you have to wonder, is the era of simple do-it-yourself maintenance really over? Even the most basic parts now seem to need that digital handshake just to work correctly.